Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel where today I'm doing something a bit different, something a bit more specific. Those of you that follow me regularly on the channel know that I've been to Slam Dunk Festival in Leeds for the, well, this will be the 5th year in a row now I think, and know that I'm massively into my pop punk and my ska music and everything like that, and Slam Dunk is just, it's such a great festival. If you've never been to it before, it's held in Leeds, it's held in Birmingham, and it is held down in London, well in Hatfield, which I believe is just outside of London. So it's 3 dates over the bank holiday weekend, and it's been going for just over 10 years now I think. They always have an amazing lineup, and the festival now has grown so much, sort of, especially in the past kind of 5 years. It's always been a popular festival, but it's gotten bigger and bigger. You know, every site at every location seems to be getting bigger now, to kind of, you know, accommodate more fans wanting to go and everything. It's always a really great atmosphere. It's really good to like meet people. Like everyone's just always having a fantastic time. And it's just a really nice, easy, accessible kind of festival, and it's something that I really enjoy going to. Anyway, I thought today that I would do a bit of a guide to, more specifically, the North one here in Leeds, simply because that's the other one I've been to and I don't know anything about the other ones. But yeah, I thought I'd just give a little bit of a guide to maybe people that haven't been before, people that are going this year for the first time, just give everyone an idea of the site, the lineup, sort of where the best places to kind of eat and drink are and where they tend to be, and just all kind of little bits of information like that that might help people that haven't been before. So let's just get into it. So we'll start off with Leeds Beckett Student Union, which is part of the university, and is sort of the sort of top, the northwest sort of corner of the festival site, and it's got two stages within the university. The first one is the, it's actually the Key Club acoustic stage. So the stage is a little area when you go into the Students' Union. It's sort of at the far side, it's the far end, and it's just a little open kind of stage area. I actually went to it last year where Area 11 played. Room for maybe 100 people, 150 people, something like that maybe. It might suit acoustic a little bit more. Cave Town are on from 3 PM until 3:30 PM. Following them, we've got Selfish Things. They're on from 5 to 4 until 25 past 4. Pavements are on. That's 10 to 5 till 20 past 5. Luke Rainsford, who has been sort of going from strength to strength over this past year, he's on 5:45 until 6:15. We then got Rob Lynch, who is on from 20 to 7 till 10 past 7. 4 Year Strong, who are a great band, and I'm actually going to be seeing their other set, their main set, earlier in the day, but they are on at 25 to 8 until 5 past 8, and then headlining the acoustic stage there is Speak Low If You Speak Love, and they are on from 8:30 until 9 PM. One of the better bars that I found, especially last year, to drink at is actually in the university. So between that stage and where the main stage is in the Students' Union, there's a bar there which, whilst I was there, didn't get too busy, and it was actually really decent for prices. Like, you know, for me on the day, like I tend to go for double spirits. That tended to be the cheapest price I was getting in comparison to the other bars at the site. So if you want in a slightly cheaper round of drinks, I would probably say that the bar in Students' Union there, just next to where the acoustic stage is probably the best bet. Or that's what I found anyway. The main stage within Beckett's Students' Union, we've got the Rock Sound breakout stage. So kicking things off, and actually kicking off the festival in general, we got This Time Last Year, which won the competition to actually open the festival. Each year there is 3 bands that are chosen for each site, for the North, the South, and the Midlands venues. And This Time Last Year have won for the North. So they're going to be starting off at the Rock Sound breakout stage at 10 to 1. And they go through till 1:15. We then have the Fame, which start at 20 to 2 and are going on till 10 past 2. We then got Holding Absence, which start at 2:35 and they go through till 5 past 3. We then got Dream State, who I was hoping to see, but I'm probably not going to get a chance, unfortunately. They start at 3:30 and play through until 4 o'clock. Then got Grayscale, who are on 4 until 5 to 5. Sleep on It, again another band that I'm hoping to see, fingers crossed, but might not get a chance unfortunately. They're on the stage at 5 until 10 to 6. We then got Milestones after them, they're on 6 until 7. We then got Chapel, who are on 7 until 20 to 8. Got Stand Atlantic, who I really am going to try and see because I absolutely love their stuff. Really got into them the past year. They're on 8 until 8:35. And then headlining the Roxanne Breakout stage is Palais Royale. They're on 9 PM until 9:45. So it's quite a while since I've been to sort of the main stage there in Beckett's in the Students' Union. Well over 10 years ago anyway. I went to see Les and Jake there. It was the first time I went to see them. I mean, it was at that stage there, and it was pretty decent actually. From what I remember, it's a good sound. It's got a good sound there. It's got you know, quite a decent room there, and I think it will probably suit the breakout stage. I would say for the type of bands that are going to be there, and I would say the crowds that are going to see them, it probably just suits it about right. Sometimes the queues can be a bit long getting in there. A couple of years ago there was a bit of they kind of messed it up really, organisers, but last year when I went to see Area 11 in there, it seemed to be alright. I think it depends what kind of time you get there really. So anyway, those are the two stages in Beckett's Students' Union there. So if we just go across the road, we've got the Rose Bowl car park. Now the stage there this year is the Signature Brew stage, which is going to be one of my favourite stages. Probably going to be there, well, I would say a lot of the day is going to be spent there for me. But it's always quite a good stage there. You can get a good decent crowd in there, and no matter where you stood in that area, you get quite a good view. And it is obviously an outdoor stage, which hopefully if the weather is like it has been this past week, then it should make for a really nice experience. Opening the Signature Brew stage in the Rose Bowl car park, we've got Woes. They are on at 1 PM and go through until 1:30. I'm hoping to see them as one of the opening bands. Following them, we've got Can't Swim. They're on from 2 PM until 2:35 PM. And we've got Home Safe. They're on from 3 PM until 3:35 PM. We've then got Broadside, who are on from 4 until 4:45 PM. Again, another band I'm hoping to see. Following on from Broadside, one of my favourite bands over the past couple of years, we've got Rome. If you get a chance to go see Rome, definitely recommend it. Fantastic. I want to say up and coming band, but I feel like they're getting there really. But yeah, fantastic pop punk sound to them. They're on from 5:45 until 6:30, so a nice 45-minute set for them, which should be great. We've got Trash Boat as well, so that's really sort of 3 bands in a row there. Well, I could even say 4 bands in a row. That it's going to be a fantastic time there. So we've got Trash Boat, 7 PM until 7:45. Following on from them, we've got Me vs Hero, another 45-minute set for them. They're on from 8:15 until 9 PM. And headlining the Signature Brew stage, we've got As It Is. Again, I don't need to say really too much about As It Is. Really good band. I did have the chance to see them at Butserfest a couple of years ago in Brighton, but unfortunately due to stage clashes and people being late, I didn't actually get to see them, so I'm hoping to get to see at least a little bit of their headlining set this year. So yeah, they're headlining the stage 9:30 until 10:30. So yeah, the Rose Bowl, like I say, is a really good venue at Slam Dunk. It's always been one of my favourite ones. It's been kind of a fixture since they moved everything back into the centre of Leeds there. It's always good, well, I noticed the past few years, good access of toilets there. There's a decent bar there. The merch stands tend to go like along the back of the venue, which is kind of a good place to get it, and you tend to get a lot of bands kind of staying around there for signings and everything. So yeah, if you're really into your pop kind of pop punk and your more up and coming bands really, then the Signature Brew stage is probably the one to go for. I think they've actually got a special Slam Dunk like ale beer that they've actually brewed for it. So yeah, that'll be interesting to try it, so I'm hoping to get my hands on that at some point. But yeah, that's Signature Brew stage at the Rose Bowl car park, so I can definitely recommend quite a few bands on that stage for you. So moving on from the Rose Bowl car park down to just round the corner, we've got the O2 Academy. Probably like one of the bigger, sort of the third biggest venue I would say on the list at the Leeds site. And this year that is holding the Impericon stage, which is the slightly heavier stage that have at Slam Dunk. So this isn't really more my my scene really, so I haven't too much to say about the lineup there as the other ones. But yeah, the O2 Academy as a venue, I'm sure a lot of people have been to O2 Academies sort of across the country. They all have very similar layouts really. But yeah, I always enjoy going there. It's always an enjoyable experience. It's a good sound there. I don't like the price of the drinks. The bars there, as I say, like all O2 Academies tend to be, it is quite overpriced really for the drinks. They do sometimes have some good offers on there. But there's two or three bars at the actual stage around the back, and they have some merch stands there as well. And I'm not sure if they open it at Slam Dunk, but downstairs, it's called the underground bit, I think. There's always a bar open there, usually when gigs are on, but I don't know if they open it during Slam Dunk. But if they do, that tends to be the more quieter one to go to. So that tends to be quite a good option. But yeah, as a venue, it's a pretty decent venue, and it's quite a nice size as well. And again, I think it's going to suit the Impericon stage this year. So opening the Impericon stage, we've got Asteroid Boys. They open things up at 1 PM and go on until 1:30. We've then got Loathe, who are on from 10 to 2 until 20 past 2. Following on from them, Brutality Will Prevail. They're on from 2:40 until 10 past 3. We then got The Devil Wears Prada. That is 3:35 until 10 past 4 that they are on stage. Next up then it is Counterparts, who are on from 25 to 5 until 5:15. We then got Comeback Kid, who are on 20 to 6 until 25 past 6. Crown the Empire then follow them at 10 to 7, and then they are on till 7:35. We then got North Lane, who are on from 8 PM until 8:50 PM. And then we've got the headlining slot on the Impericon stage, which is Every Time I Die, and they are on from 20 past 9 until 20 past 10. Then just next door to the Academy, we have got the Uproar DJ stage, which is being held at Pop World of all places. But it's changed. That venue has changed quite a lot over the past few years. It's been several different bars and everything like that, but there's always been a little stage in there. Sometimes the acoustic stage has been held in there, but this year it is the DJ stage. Again, this isn't really my kind of thing, so I don't have too much to say about the lineup. All the venue really. I've not been since it's changed into Pop World, but you know, from what I remember, the bar there again tended to be a little bit more overpriced, but since it's become a Pop World, I don't know what it's like, so it might be slightly better there. Opening things up at 1 PM, we've got Uproar themselves are doing sets up until 3 PM. Sumo are then taking over from 3 till 4 PM. And taking over from them, we've got Sabotage, who are on 4 PM until 5 PM. And taking over from them, we've got Rise. That's on from 5 PM until 6:30 PM. And then from 6:30 up until 11, Uproar take over again, straight through until the end of that set there and the end of the festival. So that is the DJ stage. Like I say, that is at Pop World, which is just next door to where the O2 Academy is. So around this area is just where the where the entrance, one of the entrances and exits to the festival is. And there always tends to be quite a few portaloos around that area. There tends to be a few little bars, maybe a few merch stands as well, and sometimes some like sponsorship things go on there, so giving out like either free drinks, or like a few years ago when it was Desperado, there's quite a few Desperado things that were being given out around the area. And that is also the area that if you're wanting to leave to go up to the arena, I'm guessing that's where the exit is. It was last year. If you basically go back out of the entrance and straight up, and then to the left you can get up to the arena that way. So this year the arena is the Jägermeister main stage. So we've got two main stages this year. So last year at the arena we had the like the ska pop punk stage, which was okay. My main gripe with the arena was basically getting in to it. The queues were absolutely ridiculous. You must have had to get there literally as soon as it opened for there not to be a queue, because 2 times I went in there was to see Zebrahead, well, to see quite a few bands, but when I was going it was to see Zebrahead, it was 20 minutes before they were due to come on, and I didn't get in until about half an hour during their set, or a good sort of 20 minutes, so it's nearly like 30-40 minutes queuing to get in. Now granted, it did come a week after the Manchester bombings had happened, and security was very, obviously on high alert. And I think because it was the first year that they had the venue at the arena, they just hadn't really taken everything into account, so there was massive long queues. The main entrance to the arena wasn't actually used as an entrance unless you were going into the seated area, but obviously most people were going into the standing, and the only way in for that was round one of the side entrances, and it was just that one entrance. So, a couple of thousand people all queuing up trying to get into that was not very well thought out, and the security checks that were going on, some of them weren't even checking bags properly, which was kind of even more annoying. If they were doing security checks, then fair enough, but some of them weren't even doing it properly, and it was still taking that long. So hopefully, I mean, they've promised this year that that's going to be better, but just be warned, if you are going to be going to the arena, just give yourself plenty of time. Like, it's not a case of literally just nipping to the arena, getting in, seeing a band and coming out again. There is going to probably be a little bit of a wait and a queue to get in there, so do just bear that in mind. And again, with the arena, obviously the facilities in there are amazing. Lots of different bars and food areas, tons of toilets, tons of merch stands as well. It's a great, it's a vast area, so it's quite a good place to get in to get a good vantage. It doesn't matter where you're standing or if you're going to the seats, you get a good view of the stage anyway. And I found the sound to be all right. People I went with complained a little bit about it, but I thought it was fine, to be honest. But yeah, it's a good venue. Again, the prices at the bar were probably the worst that I found from last year at the festival. I think I got bearing in mind it was the Fireball stage, to get a double Fireball with Red Bull, I think it came to about £7 or £8. So just be careful with the prices there at the arena. I would probably, if you go into the arena, I would go to maybe a pub or a bar outside of the festival area before you go to the arena, because the prices there are not the best. Opening things up at 1:30, we've got Knuckle Puck, who I was hoping to see, but again, due to queuing and getting in, there's other bands that I want to see. So they're on at 1:30 and go through till 2:05. Following on from them, we've got 4 Years Strong, who I will be seeing. They come on at 2:30 and go through till 3:10. After that, we've got Creeper, who are a great band who unfortunately I won't be seeing. But yeah, they've again sort of gone from strength to strength over the past few years. They're on from 3:35 until 4:15. We then got State Champs, again another band that I will be staying on to see. They're on from 4:40 until 5:25. We then got Sleeping with Sirens, again another great band, but I won't be seeing them. They're on from 10 to 6 until 25 to 7. We then got Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes, which is going to get quite a big crowd, I would imagine. He's been very popular the past few years. We've got, he's on from 7 o'clock until 7:50. We then got Paris, who were on stage. They're on from 8:15 until 9:05. And then headlining the Jägermeister main stage is Good Charlotte. I really hope that I get to see some of them. I did see them at Leeds Festival a couple of years ago. So I may be hoping to get to see the ending of their set, but again, it depends if I can get into the arena or not. But yeah, Good Charlotte are on from 9:35 until 10:50, so a very big long set for them headlining in the arena there. Yeah, a very strong lineup for the Jägermeister stage there at the arena. So as I say, just be wary of the queues getting in there, and the prices, like I say again, at the bar can be a little bit extortionate, so maybe look for other alternatives there. So going back down into the festival area, if we just retrace our steps back a little bit, between the Rose Bowl and the O2 Academy, we've got a new, well, it's not a new stage, it's the Fireball stage this year, so the sort of the ska and pop punk stage. We've got a new area though, a new venue, so between just behind where the O2 Academy is, where the sort of the back entrance is there, just next to the Civil Hall, we've got the Civil Hall car park. So it's basically between two buildings, we've got a little car park area, and that's where they're deciding to put the Fireball stage this year. It's an interesting one. I knew, so last year, like I said, the Fireball stage was at the arena, but that was because it was such a big lineup. So like Bowling for Soup, Less Than Jake, Real Big Fish and Goldfinger and everything. So all those on one stage, you were going to get a lot of people turning up. And I mean, it's still a very strong stage this year, but clearly didn't feel it suited being in the arena, so they've gone for a slightly smaller stage. So as you can see from the picture that's on screen now, I imagine they're going to have sort of the stage towards the back there, and then obviously people just kind of stood sort of going up to the entrance point there. I'm not sure how it's going to work out. It's a very thin kind of layout. It seems similar to when they used to have the outdoor stage just next to where the O2 Academy is, like in front of the entrance there. But I think they moved it away from there because you could hear what was going on in the academy, which was a bit off-putting. So I'm kind of glad that they've done that. But I'm interested to see how it's going to actually work as a stage, because there is quite a few bands that I'm going to be wanting to see here. Kicking off things on the Fireball stage, we've got a band called Templeton Peck, who I've never really heard of before, but I've looked into a little bit, seeing that they were on the lineup, and I quite like the sound of them. So I'm going to be giving them hopefully a watch at the start of the day there. So they're on from 1 PM until 1:30. Following on from them, we've got Guttermouth, who are on 10 to 2 until 2. We've got King Prawn, who are on 10 to 3 until 3:25. And then we've got Save Ferris, who I will hopefully be seeing. They are on 10 to 4 until 4:25. We then got Capdown, who are on 4:50 until 5:30. We've got Zebrahead, who have pretty much become a staple of Slam Dunk. I think they've been there pretty much every year since I've been going, so the past 5 years I think they've been there every year, and they always put on a fantastic show. So again, they're a band that I can definitely recommend. They're always good fun. So they're on 5 to 6 until 6:40. Coming up then, we've got the Skints, who are magnificent. If you've never heard the Skints before, then definitely try and give them a try. They're on 7:05 until 7:50. We then got Goldfinger, who again have been a little bit of a staple. I think 3 of the past 5 years they've been on. Yeah, I'm actually still yet to see a full set of Goldfinger, so I'm hoping to see their full set this year, because I absolutely love them to bits. So they're on 8:15 until 9:05. As I've already mentioned, Real Big Fish are headlining in the Fireball stage from 9:30 until 10:40. Hoping to see, like I say, a little bit of them. I've seen Real Big Fish quite a few times, so I don't mind missing out, but again, they're such fun and they're such a great band, so hopefully I do get to see some of those. And finally, the last stage of the festival, we've got the Monster Energy main stage, which is on at Millennium Square, which is the biggest stage. I think it must be bigger than the arena. I think you can get more in Millennium Square than you can the arena. So yeah, this is sort of the second main stage of the festival. So again, it's quite a strong lineup. So just down from where, well, you can either go from where I've just been at the Civic Hall car park, you can go straight down and get into Millennium Square that way, or if you've been from the other area of the O2 Academy, you can get down to it that way as well. Always plenty of bars around. It's usually around sort of the edge. Lots of food outlets there as well. Again, lots of merch stands, lots of different things like that. Plenty of toilet access as well. And I usually find like the general bars kind of at the outside stages are usually okay. Again, they're not the cheapest, but they're certainly not as expensive as what they are in like the Academy or the arena. So getting like beer from there or spirits, you know, it's usually around sort of maybe £4 to £5 mark, something like that, depending on what you get, obviously. But I found them always fairly decent. The queues don't always seem to be that bad. Line up for the Monster Energy stage. Starting things off, we've got the Dangerous Summer, who again, a band I didn't really know too much of until I saw them on the lineup and I gave them a listen, and again, I really like them. So they're opening things up at 1:25, and they are on for half an hour and go on until 5 to 2. The Audition then take over proceedings. They are on from 2 until 2:55. Following on from them, we've got Say Anything. They're on 3 until 4 o'clock. We then got Twin Atlantic coming up after that. They're on 4 until 5:10. Then got Moose Blood, who again, a band that I was hoping to see, but I don't think I will get a chance. They're on 5:35 until 6:20. We then got Lower Than Atlantis, who I will be seeing, a band I've never seen before but wanted to see for quite a bit, so it'll be quite good to see them. They're on 7:15 until 7:35. We then got Taking Back Sunday, who are a great live band. Great lead singer, is a great lead man, always puts on a great performance. But I have seen them before, so probably not this time round. They've got an hour set. They're on from 8 PM till 9 PM. And then finishing off the festival here there on the main stage, we've got Jimmy Eat World, who are on from 9:30 until 10:45. Jimmy Eat World are a band I've never seen, and I've always wanted to see live, so hopefully I will get to catch some of their set Like I say, I'd probably forego seeing a bit of Real Big Fish to see Jimmy at well. Because like I say, I've never seen them before, and they've always a band that I've enjoyed quite a bit. So yeah, it's a great year and it's a great lineup. Some fantastic bands there that I've just read out, and so many that I could go through and recommend to go see. But yeah, it's crazy. I mean, if you haven't got the app, if you are going this year and you haven't got the Slam Dunk app, it's available on Android and iOS, so I would recommend going to get that, because you can create a schedule there. You can see all the bands and see where any clashes are going to be. I think I've currently got 21 bands that I'm hoping to see, so it's going to be a tall order, I'm not going to lie, but hopefully I can work something out, and obviously I just will be able to see full sets of some bands. But yeah, hopefully I've just given a little bit of an insight to the actual area and the festival site, and just a few tips regarding the bars. Like I say, I found the cheapest one to be the one in Leeds Beckett. That might be different this year, I don't know, but that tended to be the cheapest bar. The outside bars are then sort of the next best thing, but yeah, don't be expecting to get really heavily drunk with the prices that they charge at the Arena and O2 Academy, because it's just not going to happen. Again, it's quite a good festival for sort of going in and out of, so if you want to go to one of the bars or the pubs surrounding the site, it's quite easy to go in and out. Usually once the doors have opened, after a couple of hours the queues die down a bit, so it's easy to get in and out. You're not queuing too much to get back into the actual festival space there. And in regards to actually getting to the festival when the doors open, again, don't expect to get there and get straight in. The queues usually are quite long. If you've got your wristband, I don't think that exchanging wristbands at any areas the day before. I think the only place they're doing it is at the pre-party, which is at Beckett Students' Union, which I'll be going to.
Okay, so since recording this, a bit more information has actually been released from Slam Dunk regarding wristband exchanges. So there will be a chance to pick up your wristband the day before, on Friday the 25th of May. I will be putting the information on screen right now, but you will be able to pick it up from Leeds Beckett University Union City campus. I think it is actually at the Students' Union area, which I was showing you before, where the rock sound breakout stage and the acoustic stages, and it's also where the Fuel pre-party is taking place. So between 5 PM and 9 PM you'll be able to exchange your tickets for your wristbands, and then from 11 PM until 3 AM at the Fuel pre-party you'll also be able to exchange them then, but obviously you will have to have got your ticket for the pre-party there. And then in terms of getting your wristband at the event, as I do think I mentioned in the video, you can get it from Victoria Gardens, which is just outside the front of the town hall. That opens from 10 AM, and you can also get it from the arena. Again, that opens from 10 AM, but just be aware that it will be very busy when doors first open there. So yeah, I just thought I would come back with a bit more information there, and also show you the on-screen information which was emailed out to me a couple of days ago.
I think that's the only place you can exchange your wristband the day before. But on the day, usually wristband exchange opens usually about 9-10 o'clock, something like that. And this year I'm pretty sure it's in front of the town hall, and I don't know whether they've got it up at the arena again like they did a few years ago. But it's best to get there as early as you can, and then go queue up as early as you can as well. Because if you kind of get there, say 10 minutes before the first band are on that you're wanting to see, you're going to be queuing at least 30-40 minutes for you to get in, because it does get really busy very early on. But again, I think they've got different entrances this year, so there's the usual one at the front, and then there's also one at the back, usually around where the Rose Bowl car park is, or that's where it was last year anyway. So yeah, like with anything, just get there in good time. All the venues that are there, you see a lot of people asking, say, oh, is it worth getting there early and missing out on another band? Usually queuing to get in isn't too bad. Like I say, the arena, definitely take precautions there. Get there much earlier than the band you're wanting to see that are on. Like, I would give yourself at least 20-30 minutes based on last year's queues, but hopefully it should be better. But obviously, like, the main stage in Millennium Square is fine, because it's a massive open area. Like, the Rose Bowl car park's fine. Beckett's tends to be okay, but again, just maybe be a bit wary. The Academy tends to be okay. There tends to be a little bit of a queue, like usual, whenever any gigs are on at the Academy. You can queue a little bit around the side there, but it shouldn't be too bad because it's quite a big venue. So yeah, most of them are okay, but yeah, don't expect to just rock up at the time that your band is on and you just get straight into certain venues. Do always give yourself a little bit of time and just enjoy yourself. It's such a great friendly, I want to say like interactive and involving kind of festival. There's something going on everywhere. It's really easy to get on with people. Like if you're going on your own, the chances are you'll probably end up speaking to people and getting to know people, which is always great. It's a great crowd and an atmosphere at Slam Dunk. You can take your cameras as well. It's one of the few festivals that actually like allow you to take DSLR cameras and you don't have to have a press pass. So this year is the first year I'm actually taking my DSLR camera, so I'm hoping to get a few decent pictures of some bands there. I think they're a bit dodgy with like some recording equipment, but the past few years I've been able to take this little camera in with me and get some shots in, so they're not, I've never had any issues with sort of getting filmed and stuff like that. But do just be careful because they do bag searches on the way in, so don't be taking like your massive tripod and microphone and stuff like that. But yeah, like DSLR cameras and little digital cameras they seem to be fine with. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all I got to say on it. So yeah, I hope it's been helpful to those who have never been before. If you do have any questions based on what I've said, then ask away in the comments below, or you can go to my Twitter at Chris Jones LUSC. But yeah, I mean, it's just a week to go. I'm so excited for it. I really can't wait. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of different bands that I'm going to be seeing that I've never seen before, and some bands that I've seen many times before that I still can't wait to see. So yeah, maybe I'll see a few of you there. If you do see me there, then do say hello. That'd be great. It'd be nice to get to see and see some people and talk to some people and just have a few drinks and have a good time and obviously enjoy the fantastic music that's going to be on offer. So I hope that's been helpful, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, take care of yourselves and I'll see you all very soon.